Hello again guys, interesting video for you today. Let me just start this off by saying that I received this product for free for review, and I'm also being compensated for the review, but that in no way impacts my thoughts or opinions. About a week ago, I received the HAVIT HV-N601 720p wireless camera. It has a long list of features that you can see on the back of the box, and we will go through most of those shortly. Inside the box, you'll find a very long USB cable and wall adapter. The wall adapter is rated to output 5 volts at 1 amp. You'll also find the owner's manual with a decent amount of information in it and screenshots. There's a bag full of accessories, mostly mounting hardware. And finally, the camera itself. As you can see, it has a 360-degree swiveling ball mount base, a sort of a sticky rubber pad on the bottom to help it adhere to surfaces, but it also has a magnet in the base, but we'll get to that later. There's a micro SD card slot, a rear-facing speaker, and just one port on it, the micro USB plug for power. On the front, you'll see that 120-degree lens, the microphone, and the status LED at the top. And the setup process for this is extremely straightforward. They say it can be done in less than a minute. You just install the My Smart Cam app on your Android or iOS device, create an account, log in, and then click to set up a new Smart Cam. After that, you connect your USB cable to the camera. The LED on it should turn green and start flashing. Click to confirm the green light is flashing. Stick the pin that's included into the back of the camera until it beeps. Press the Heard Beep button in the app, and then put in your wireless network credentials. It'll provide you with a QR code. You can scan that code. As a test, I scanned the QR code using my smartphone, and it appears to be an encrypted string. I was just curious, what can I say? The camera will tell you when it's done scanning the QR code, and then you hit next in the app and wait for it all to connect. Once the light on the camera turns blue, it should say connection successful, and then it will allow you to name the camera. On my camera, it actually performed an upgrade immediately, which I would assume is a firmware update. And then I was able to click on the camera and see a live image, all done. It has a delay of about 3 to 4 seconds over Wi-Fi, which I found to be pretty impressive. Inside the app, you have the option to take a still image of what the camera's seeing. You can record what's going on at that moment with audio. You can listen to live audio through the camera, and you can even talk to the person that's sitting on the other end in front of the camera, though they're not going to be able to see you, obviously. Now here's just a few sample clips to show how it did sitting in our guest bedroom, though do keep in mind it's all 720p footage.
So this is what it looks and sounds like if you can actually see and hear what I'm saying. This is actually me watching it live while I'm showing it to you, and we're in good lighting in here. Okay, at this point I've taken one of the 3 light bulbs out, so I've only got 2 at this point. Now I'm down to 1 light bulb in the overhead lamp, so I've just got 1 CFL bulb overhead. And now all of the lights are out, but I do have backlighting here, so you can just barely see anything in here. I open it up a little bit to get a little bit more light. And you can see with no lights on at dusk, it's not easily visible. And I've gone ahead and turned on a light out in the hallway. The hallway itself is about 8 feet away, so it's streaming a lot of light in. And this is what the audio sounds like coming at you through the app.
And here's a quick test of sending audio from my phone through the camera.
As you probably noticed from the sample footage, it's a little bit low frame rate, and it needs a little bit of light to be able to see anything, but it does work surprisingly well in low light. I could actually see using this thing as a baby monitor of sorts, as long as you're willing to leave some sort of a light on during the night. What I've primarily been using it for is to monitor my 3D printer while I'm on the go. It's really handy to be able to start printing something and then remotely check up on the progress on it anywhere that I go using my phone. Additionally, there are a couple of paid upgrades in the app. By default, one person can log into your account and view the camera at a time, and then if another person logs in, it logs the first person out. However, you can share it with up to 4 additional people for a monthly fee, which starts at $1.99 per month for 1 additional user. The other option they give you is CVR, Cloud Video Recording. By default, the camera is making a connection through HAVIT's cloud servers, but it's not actually storing any of the video out there. However, they do offer 2 plans for storing your video, coming in at $8.99 and $25.99, but in my case, recording video locally to my phone or tablet worked just fine as well. I've tested this thing over Wi-Fi and on an LTE connection, and it works really well either way. It should work fine over 2G and 3G as well, though I would imagine that the video quality might suffer a bit or just be lower quality on 2G due to the lower bandwidth. It streams out at about 350 to 400 kilobits per second over 4G and about 700 kilobits per second over Wi-Fi. Now, as far as mounting options, you've got a few. As I mentioned before, it does have a sticky rubber pad on the bottom to help it grip onto surfaces, so you could place it on a nightstand or a dresser or on a shelf or something. But it's also got a pretty strong magnet built into the base, so you could always attach it to something metal like a cabinet, or even mount it on the wall using the included metal plate and mounting hardware. Now, there are just a few minor issues that I see with this camera. First up, the micro SD card slot can't actually be used yet. If you put a card in it, the camera mentions it on startup, but the app doesn't support recording to it. I've asked HAVIT about it, and they say that they're working to get it implemented in the next release of the app, which would be great. Next up, I would love to be able to connect to this camera with a direct IP address instead of having to go through an app which is connecting to the cloud. However, when testing it over Wi-Fi, I found that I wasn't actually transmitting any data out through my router when I was connecting to it, so I would assume that the app is somehow just routing directly to the camera's IP, which is very nice. And the last thing, I would love to see the app get the ability to send you notifications of any sort of motion detection, to make it more of a security camera option. Anyway, to wrap things up, for the price that they have this camera at on Amazon, I think it is an awesome deal. And the majority of those minor issues I've seen with it could be fixed with software updates, so if you're in the market for a wireless camera, the HAVIT seems like a great option. I'll have a link to where you can pick one up over on Amazon down in the video description. Thanks so much to HAVIT for sponsoring this video and for sending the camera out my way. Thanks to you guys for watching. Remember to hit that like button down below the video if you like this video, subscribe to receive more videos when they become available, and I will see you again next time.